afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to our fourth video. Fourth.
I think so.
Happy Saturday. Hope everybody is enjoying their Saturday and get some stitchy time. It's beautiful here in Ontario. Gorgeous. It is 41, which is 5 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that's why you're looking it up.
Shut up. I was going to see like I sounded smart.
She was looking something up on her phone. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, nothing.
Because I wanted you to say then, how do you know what it is in Fahrenheit?
Oh, I know because I saw you looking at your phone.
Anyway, we digress. We are at my house again, but Christmas is over. Christmas is gone. My Christmas tree was there. However, at my house, it's Christmas 365. Above Jennifer's head, I've got a Christmas tree sign, and I've got my Stitch Santa.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the Stitch Santa, I paid a lot of money to get that frame.
Yeah, for sure.
Got puppies staying up all
Christmas
year.
365.
So we're going to start today with Jennifer. And she always has a finish, as I said in our last video. So
Did you say that?
Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well, it's true. I always do.
I
always try to have a finish. It makes me feel good. So the first thing that I finished was by Little House Needleworks, and it's called Snowflakes.
She showed this, so we're
and I'll show it again.
And she did her own conversion.
Yeah, and if anybody wants the conversion,
two people had asked for the conversion.
Yes, they did. And if anybody else would like it, I'm more than happy to share. So I finished it into a pillow, and I just
After she said she wasn't going to do any more pillows.
Okay, so that's my little pillow.
Isn't it nice? It's real. It's coming up.
There's my bottom. I'm very proud. My bottoms are getting better, people, and my fluffiness is getting better. And it's got like little velvet on the back, and it looks really pretty actually on the mantle. But so it's on the mantle. That's where I'm putting it, and I didn't want to do any more pillows, but I decided that well, it wasn't really my choice. So to finish this, I thought I'm gonna finish it on a canvas. And I got the staple gun out, and I didn't even involve the husband, and I was doing it. And then the staples didn't lie flat, and then, I flipped it over, and then it wasn't even centered on the canvas. And I thought, well, that's a big...
Was that wonky?
Yeah, it was kind of wonky. So I decided, you know what? So then I took the staples off with a rusty screwdriver and got the fabric all rusty. So I'm glad this is done, and I don't even want to think about it anymore, about all the fails, so...
You couldn't even tell.
So I must have used the wrong staple gun. I just used what was in my husband's toolbox.
Like the construction style.
Yeah, so anyways, I love it that it's a pillow. And
so maybe someone who's done it before can give her some tips.
Yeah, because I would love to finish on a canvas. But how do you get it straight? Because when you flip it over, it moves a little bit. Well, I measured it.
You might have to tack it down with something.
I don't know. A glue gun, maybe? And
then
staple it? I don't know.
Staple it standing up? I don't know. I'm not handy.
I don't know. But you know what? Nothing wrong with the pillow finish. It's done. And I'm enjoying it just as much as I would.
You chose perfect fabric for it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We make each other laugh.
Yeah.
So that's your only finish. Guys, she's slacking. Only one finish.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So...
But you have surpassed me in the stitching department.
Well, I'm only stitching one piece, so it sounds a lot more impressive than it is. So as you know, since our last video, I am doing Joy by Aurora TM. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it that right. So this is Joy, Christmas Quaker. It looks a lot more impressive because the motifs are all spread apart. So...
Should I put something behind it?
No, it's good enough. I'll stand up. So I did... It's still wrinkly. I did a quick iron to get out the majority of the Q-snaps.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I can't believe... Okay, just a second. She works full time, and I can't believe that she has this much done because it's a lot after...
So this is page 6. So
I love that. That's gonna go with your decor and everything.
My husband thought that was a Santa hat. He's like, "Ooh, I like the Santa hat." I'm like, no, it's not Santa. It's Mary. He's like, "What's a Mary?" Maybe I shouldn't have said that. So that's my progress on. This is the only stitching I've done.
Yeah, but that's a lot.
I watched a couple of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies because the last one's on Netflix. And, I also was watching Lovesick on Netflix. It's a British comedy drama. It's really good.
I've never seen it.
It's pretty good.
You mean you don't just watch Flosstube?
No, I find I don't stitch while I watch Flash.
Oh, you want to watch it?
I don't know. So now that I've discovered like the 1.5 speed, the 1.25 speed, I find I am watching it, like just watching it. I don't have to stitch with watching it. I just like watching it. So that's my progress this week. So I'm just looking down at our list. Jennifer's going to go over her work in progress.
So I'm stitching Rosewood Manor, Hearts of the Kingdom. That's what I'm stitching. And I bought this rosewood. So we were talking on the phone this morning, and I bought this rosewood because I bought another rosewood. This is my second one that I bought, and the first one stitched. And I bought this because I have baskets at home that I bought all the Veil Danny thread. Everything's all kitted up for it. So I bought this because I bought the other rosewood, and I don't know why I thought that I should buy another one when I haven't even stitched the first one. But anyways, I liked it. But you know what? I'm over hearts. Like, I'm over pink and
She
hearts.
said she's over pink. She's done with pink.
Yeah, I'm really done with it.
You're not really a pinky person.
No, and it's not really my style. So we were talking about this last night, and I was saying, because we talk to each other a lot on the phone, and I was saying, well, it's not really my style, and she said, well, what is it that's not your style about it? And I said, I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't really have a style. I stitch everything from all over the place.
Yeah. I'm kind of done with seasonal, too. I need to just stitch something. So that's my progress.
So when she showed it last week, she only had that heart done.
Yeah. No, I think maybe. I can't remember. But it's, like, solid, and the motifs aren't spread apart, and, like, I don't feel accomplished when I get a motif done.
Now, she's also doing it motif by motif, right?
Right, so I'm going in, one page leads into another. It's like 6 pages long, and I'm...
I'm doing page by page. So I've got motifs that split over 4
that are
pages.
half done.
But you get such a feeling of satisfaction.
And there's so many eyelets on here. And I don't know, there's so many eyelets, and I'm scared I don't mind the eyelets, but, like, I feel like I have to concentrate a little bit more. So, that's my progress.
Nigerian eyelets. I've never done any specialty stitches. Just straight stitches.
They explain it really well in the description.
And I'm sure with YouTube now, people have explanations.
Okay, when I bought this pattern, I just want to add that I didn't realize that there's all these small things in the back. So, like, this is how impulsive I am. So I can't show it to you, but because it's all the patterns.
They just take sections of the motif.
Yeah, so it's like sections
smaller.
of the sampler, and it's all, or I don't even know.
And then they have something where it says love, love, love.
Yeah, so why didn't I just do a small one? Why did I have to go for the big jump? Oh, well.
Well, you could just finish this row and then call it a day. Didn't McKenna do that? Where she just decided to stop? People have been doing that with series. Like,
that's a good idea.
With the sand. And you love the fabric, so then you can use the fabric for something else.
I do love this fabric. I'm stitching it on 32 count. It's like a over-dyed, I don't even know what it is.
So, anyways, just do a part that you like. Like AZ Needleworker had said that she did 4 or 8 of the
I like all kinds of scattered things on here.
And then she finished.
I don't know.
Well, then do them as small motifs. Frame them up in little pillows and then put them on a Valentine's Day tree.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
There you go. You heard it, guys.
So maybe I'll be finished it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be my finish for the next video. I doubt it.
So that's what she's been working on, her hearts.
Yeah.
Next on the list is, I need help, guys. So, I have 2 big projects that I'm actively working on, my Carousel and my Joy. But you gotta throw in a small one every now and then to feel accomplished.
That's what I do, yeah.
Right. So I was going through my stash. I had no idea I even had this.
That's when you don't have a problem, eh? You, like, didn't even remember that you had stuff?
Yeah, I'm not gonna acknowledge that. Key to My Heart. Right? Key to My Heart by Tempting Tangles Design. This is only from 2016. I bought it in the summer. Can we even see it? Yeah. And it's all done in one color variegated. So I went a little backwards. I decided I'm gonna go with this color, which...
Yeah, put it up against the white.
Yeah, well, that's not very good. Anyway, it's DMC 154. It's the standard purpley color. And then, because they didn't have any of the DMC variegateds, and I don't want to use a hand dye. So then I bought DMC Electric, which is their version of like a metallic thread. So I bought this. You can't even see that again. That color.
That shows up good, my face.
Because your face.
Because my face is there.
So I figured I can mix these two to get a little variegated look to it. Or I could use the DMC Electric 155, which is a totally different purple. I see people do this all the time.
Yeah, but it's harder than it looks.
It's harder than it looks, guys. So I'm going to either use one of these two combinations. So the fabric going through my stash.
But you have a big stash. You were moaning that you don't have enough fabric.
I was moaning I don't have enough fabric. So the first option, option A, is a hand-dyed Joblin 32 count Summer Sky in either this.
Oh, that shows up.
Is that showing up? Again, guys, this is hard. So that.
You should put this on your Instagram after to give people a reference, because maybe it'll show up better.
This is Summer Sky. So that's option A. Option B is this gray style, gray almost like, you can kind of see that. Or this one. Or this is Jennifer's pick, which is pretty out there. Oh, I don't know what this is. This is 20 or 32 count. I bought it for my Christmas tree that we talked about.
Maybe it might be 28. I was looking at it.
Yeah, I bought it for the Christmas tree, my Mirabilia Christmas tree. But it's a huge piece, so I have enough room. The next one is from Crossed Wing Collection. I've never heard of them before. Hand-painted specialty fabric. And this is Whispering Pine.
I like this.
It's green,
lot.
guys. It's green.
Yeah, but it's so cold and yucky out here. Well, today it's nice. Today it's nice, but it's just so springy. And then you could put this up. My argument was that she could put this up in February, obviously for Valentine's Day, and then she could leave it up in the spring and then take it down in the summer.
Is that showing up?
So that's my vote.
So I have three options, and I want to start stitching it today or tomorrow. So I don't know. So we've got option A, blue. See my window. I have a window right here too, which isn't the greatest for camera work. Or C, B, which is the gray fabric, or green. Now this feels weird. Hand painted? Is that the same thing as dyeing? Hand dyed?
I don't know. Does it describe it? Hand painted. Like,
our goal is to create a unique fabric on which to stitch that special project by hand painting with fabric dye rather than immersion in a dye bath. Each piece of fabric is washed in a special detergent to remove sizing, soaked in an activator to help it better take the dye, then laid out flat and painted carefully, blending several colors to achieve a subtle modeling. It then cures for 24 to 48 hours, after which it is washed, rinsed several times to remove excess dye, and color fast. After dyeing and pressing it is ready for your needle and thread and your imagination. Crossed Wing Collection. And it just has a website, www.crossedwing. We can put this down below because we now know how to do that.
Yeah, let's put it down below so if they want to go check it out.
And it feels...
I don't know, it feels really nice.
Yeah. So,
this
it's
is
green.
my vote.
But that doesn't really go with
stitch
purple.
what you want to stitch.
But does that go with purple, guys?
I don't know. Lately my eyes have been off and I've been picking bizarre things.
Okay, so key to my heart. I'll have that puppy all stitched up, and I've got some frames in my stash that I've got from Goodwill, or not Goodwill, but thrift store. see if that'll fit. And it's
I'm interested to see if you like stitching with these electric and these like.
So now you've heard of people saying that they don't like it.
So I've heard people say that they don't like these threads, that they would.
It's still 6 strands. So
it's kind of, it's not very nice to stitch with, but you know what? People have said that about MCG textile fabric, and I love that. So make up your own mind.
Yeah, and this is not very big. This is 112 by 112. So Tempting Tangles Designs. I checked out her website because you can see the website, and oopsies, that one's on there. And she's got some really nice stuff. Quaker style almost. Sampler type.
And you didn't think you had any Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I was complaining to her that I didn't have any Valentine's Day stitches. Lo and behold, you just have to look.
Did you stitch anything that's like heart or Valentine's related?
No. I've always been attracted to Christmas and Halloween.
Yeah.
But we also just both got it back into cross stitch after not a while, and I'll say in a little bit, just your styles change. So what we stitched as a kid, we're not gonna want to stitch now. So that's my what's up next, and I'll post that on Instagram, and I'd love feedback to see what people think.
Yeah, post a picture on Instagram with all the different layouts and see what people think.
Exactly. So we're only at 16 minutes. So did you want to go over this, or do you want me to just move over?
No.
Okay.
I'll talk about that once it gets started.
We'll keep
I wasn't gonna. Okay, so because I'm doing the Rosewood Manor, I wasn't gonna, and I want to start something new today, and I didn't want to start a big one because I feel like if I stop this Rosewood, I won't finish it. So, but now I like
you
your
have
idea.
an idea of finishing it.
Because then I could get a really nice long frame for it,
or make that into a bell pull.
No, I don't know. That idea in my head would sounds better than probably what I could come up with. But
there's tons of
the dog.
She didn't notice him in the background with
the last video.
with him in our last video. But I even had pointed over my shoulder.
I didn't notice that.
Someone did though. Someone commented. Made me feel nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
I'll just skip that. If I start that big. That's a big,
she was thinking about starting another big project, but my opinion for her, which I give whether she asks for it or not, is that she should only have one big project.
I totally agree with that, but it's like an internal struggle. I feel like I should start something big.
Well, the problem is, I have every intention this year to finish Joy. It'll be done in probably a couple months, if that, and my carousel in 2018. But I'm going to take breaks in between them and finish small things, such as the small hearts. So, moving along, I had mentioned just now that your styles change over time. And our mom taught us to stitch when we were kids. So, I'm going to show something that I've stitched a long time ago. So, this is Dancing Dragons from Dragon Dreams. So I stitched the one up in blue. So this, I had looked, was from 1997. And I stitched this. I haven't
seen the pattern.
In 2001. And I got it custom framed. Now, excuse the dog here. I use Marlet. I don't hear anybody. Do they even?
I don't know that Marlet is
DMC
what
Marlet.
they call it. No, it's a rayon. It's
DMC rayon.
Yeah,
where did I get the name Marlet?
Because Mom always called it Marlet, so we always called it Marlet.
What's
Marlet?
I
just think Marlet's funner than saying rayon.
Yeah,
but I don't.
What's Marlet?
I don't know.
She's probably yelling at the screen.
We'll probably.
I know what this is.
We'll have to call Mom later.
We'll have to call her
and ask her about the Marlet.
Anyways, this is it.
It's really hard to work with. It's slippery. I've done a couple
It's
pieces.
very slippery, and this was in 2001.
It's so cute. Like, oh my god, look at the frame.
The frame is nice. You can see the little chair.
Your stitches are so cute.
But you could tell, okay, disclaimer, you can really tell I was tired of stitching. Like, my stitching is not even. The Marlet or rayon was all slippery. But it's hanging in my craft room.
I love it.
And I picked the frame, or maybe my mom helped me. Beneath the Stars, Dance Dragons. So your styles change. I stitched this I would have been in grade 8 or 9, I think.
It's so cute.
Grade 8. So I was a kid, right? And as a kid, you like what you like. Would I stitch this now? No. But I still have the pattern. And I stitched this. It was professionally
I like
trained.
it way... I'm just looking at the pattern here in front of me. I like it way better than the picture. I mean, pictures never do the
What is
piece
it?
any justice.
Oh, yeah. Well, also keep in mind that's probably really faded. I don't know if
Yeah, maybe.
that
That's the
blue.
picture. I don't know. It's not
So,
even showing up on camera.
but anyway, proof
Yeah.
that we did stitch. I stitched this 2001.
That is so cute. And that's professionally framed. Like, Mom got stuff professionally framed.
She paid for it, yeah.
And, I mean...
And no mat, too. Like, that was a good choice.
Yeah. Man, I love that.
So, oh, there we go. Oh, now, you can see my ceiling. But, yeah. Anyway, so that is my past finish. Because we thought, why not? We can show what we want. And we've been stitching for such a long time. Why not show what we've done? Yeah. So, on that note, Jennifer's going to show one of her past finishes that's not, ooh, you can see the light, not so past because it's pretty recent, right?
Yeah, so we were probably about, like, we're only 2 years apart, so we Mom probably showed us how to stitch at the exact same time. Mm-hmm. So we probably did it, which kind of maybe helped us be more interested in it because we were both doing it, and it wasn't just Mom teaching one of us.
I don't remember stitching with you, though.
No, I don't really remember.
She had this book, Omni Stitch, I think it was called, in little tiny motifs.
Yeah.
And she would let us start one. But then around the time I was doing my dragons was when I was doing, and I would watch TV doing it.
I don't ever really remember stitching with you as a teenager
We never stitched together.
We used to share a bedroom, and you have a better memory than me. I don't...
No, you weren't stitching. She finished some fish that she
in 2001, actually, when you finished that.
Year, because we got them framed together. And I think I said in the intro, cross stitch has come and gone from my life. Like, I was in late elementary school, maybe early high school, and then didn't touch it. Then when I graduated from university, I was working full time, and I was stitching then. Was when I did my Santa, and I would stitch in my car on lunch. So. And
you were I remember that because she was doing it.
And you weren't.
And I wasn't. And I got my own place, and then I'm not really a reader. So yeah, so I started off doing some punch needle. And
I didn't know.
I started off doing some punch needle, and then I got back into the stitching because I kept my tote with all my stitching in it. And then when I was pregnant with Adriana, my daughter, I decided that I wanted to make something to hang in her nursery because my mom made me a rocking horse from Teresa Wensler, and it was hanging. I always remember it hanging in my bedroom.
I'm still waiting for my rocking horse.
She's a little bitter. She's a little bitter because she never got a rocking horse, and Mom had plans to stitch her rocking horse as well.
But I
wanted to hang a piece in my daughter's nursery, and
because you kind of had a theme going.
I wanted to do Peter Rabbit for a theme, so my mother-in-law, as a gift, got me this kit, Peter Rabbit.
Oh, I didn't know.
And it's an anchor kit. Yeah, she got this for me, and it's beautiful. I can't remember now. You know, memory was a problem then, pregnancy brain, but it's an anchor kit, so it came with all the anchor. But I feel like, yeah, it came with a piece of fabric, and it came with all the thread, but I didn't stitch. I don't like stitching the kits with the threads that come in it, unless they're clearly defined and separated, because I just want to start stitching, and then I'm all paranoid I'm picking the wrong green. So I ended up pulling all the DMC floss, and I think it turned out pretty close to the picture. It actually photographed really nicely, so I'll show you.
So you were pregnant when you were still stitching?
Yeah. So I started back into this when I was trying to get pregnant, and I started on another piece, and it wasn't really my style, but my husband said, oh, we would hang, the red lady. She said, we got it from Target, it's a kit. I said, which would you want me to stitch? So he kind of motivated me back to get into it. And then I thought, well, I can handle this. I'll stitch something for Adriana. So I ended up finishing it, and I stitched every second I could, and
I
wanted to hang it. Sorry, I wanted to hang it up for when she was born. I had to hang it up.
So she got it professionally framed.
Yeah.
She got it back, and you could see her tails.
Right. So, like a couple days before I went into labor, I took it to Michael's, and I said, okay, here, it's done. But I didn't turn it around and, like, cut my tails, and it's a white fabric, and
what did you stitch it on?
I don't even know. I'm not even sure.
What was in the kit?
It came in the kit, Ada. Yeah.
Okay. See if you can get it a little closer so you can see. Oh, yeah, that's a good job.
And
what a cute frame. And then the mats. So she saw that her tails were showing.
So then I gave birth to Adriana because it takes a while to get it back. So I gave birth to her, and then I thought, well, I gotta go get it because they called me when I was in the hospital that it was finished. So
really?
A couple days, I was home for maybe a day or two and went to and I got it back, and I was devastated. I'm like, I can't hang this. It doesn't look right. It's not proper. Like, the tails are showing. I can't believe I paid a lot of money to have this professionally framed, and I thought, oh my God. So I took it back to Michael's, and FYI for anybody that makes a stupid mistake of leaving the tails, you can take it back. They'll open it up, and I was able to cut the tails, and they reframed it for me.
Well, they should. I mean, after what they add, we all know how much it costs to get anything professionally framed.
Yeah.
I love it. And it hangs in her
Yeah,
room.
I put her down for a nap before coming over here, and I yanked it off the wall before I said, she goes, oh, Mommy, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm just going to borrow this for a minute. So yeah, so
she's passing on that tradition of stitching for kids.
And right above, and it's kind of nice because in her, well, it's not a nursery anymore because she's 2.5. But right above it is the one my mom made me, so it's kind of special, and she loves it. And it's right above her change table.
Similar colors, right?
Yeah, it matches it really well. So, and then in the hospital, because I wanted to show you guys this, then it made me remember that because I was determined, I'm going to have this baby, and I'm still going to be, I think your dog wants to go out.
No, he's fine, ignore him.
And I thought, I'm going to stitch, even when I have this baby, I'm just going to stitch. And so I brought a magazine to the hospital. This is the magazine I brought, and I was determined. And so it's just cross stitch, and it's the April 2015.
When did you find time to look through it, peruse a magazine?
Well, having a baby is very humbling in a lot of ways. You realize a lot about yourself. And
I don't have kids, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, but you've learned a lot from me, I think. So, anyway, so you learn a lot about yourself, and I learned that, like, that was a stupid idea to bring a magazine to a hospital.
Well, did you not have downtime?
Well, I was in labor for 27 hours, and, like, in a dark room. Like, I wasn't, like, what was I thinking? Oh, yeah, I'm just going to look through this magazine. Like, that's a great idea while I'm in pain. Like, anyways, so I came home, and I thought, I'm going to stitch this hell or high water. So I found a piece, like, in the middle of the night, actually, when I was a nurse and stuff. I would flip through it and daydream about a life I could live, and a stitching life. And then I came up with this piece right here. And I'm not really prepared. I don't really know who. You
show them, I'll look who the designer is.
So I finished it.
Teamwork.
And I finished it. Pillow, big surprise. I finished it in a pillow. And I've learned so much about, it's not really, I don't know, I didn't put enough stuffing in it. And
Marie Barber.
Yeah.
Was the design.
And I
Skill
was determined.
Intermediate.
Right. So, like, why go from, like, a beginner, basically, I was a beginner.
You're not a beginner stitcher.
No. I don't know. I just love butterflies, and I love flowers. I love gardening.
The colors are really vibrant, and that's true. Like, the camera view is true to the...
I think I stitched it on 32 count. I can just tell. 32 count, and it took me a long time.
How long?
Couple of months, and this was the only piece that I was working on. Like,
a long time.
Like I don't know, like probably 6 months maybe. Like, that's a long time compared to what I do now.
Back.
It's just like a little corduroy or something like that. And I got it. And I had to do it in a pillow, of course, because the picture is in a pillow. So that's what I did. And I can't believe I thought that I was going to do this in the hospital.
Well, you now have memories of going through that.
Yeah. I remember setting the coffee table up when she was an infant, and she would sit there and play, and then I think she could even stand up. I was at the but she wasn't moving around enough to come and pull my stitching stuff, so I would set the coffee table up, and she would be standing at the other side of it looking at what I was doing, but I didn't want her to touch my stuff, so I had her on the other side of the coffee table, and I didn't have baby gates. That was my baby gate.
Right. So we don't really have much to show you guys this week. It's been 2 weeks or something.
I haven't done too much stitching. I've been sort of in a slump. I don't really like what I chose to stitch, and so.
You're not enjoying it at all?
No.
Okay, well then that's time to finish it up.
I like your idea. I never even thought to do that.
Yeah.
Good idea. And then I'm going to frame. I want to frame it in a gold frame.
Really?
You don't like that? You don't like my idea?
Wow. No. Well.
Gold?
Maybe.
Well, what were you thinking?
I don't know. You know the frame that I did my ink circles in?
Oh, maybe. That's really nice.
But
we'll see. We'll
have to see. So that's about it. We've done lots of stitching, but at the same time, not a lot of stitching. More of a...
You've been doing all the stitching.
Yeah. What have you been watching while you're stitching?
I have been catching up on shows that I've been watching The Bachelor.
Don't tell me. I haven't watched last week's yet.
So I've been watching The Bachelor, but I can never watch it. I think maybe there's like 3 episodes in.
Well, who wants to watch commercials?
Yeah.
3 episodes in. This was only the 3rd episode.
Yeah. 3 episodes in.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I watched one on TV, and it's not really appropriate to watch around a toddler. It's up way too late past their bedtime.
Yeah, it's like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, don't ask. So we're transitioning from naps. So I've been watching The Bachelor. I don't even know. I've been watching Flosstube like crazy. And I sometimes just been sitting with music on. Yeah. I've been doing that too. But I haven't done too much. What have you been watching?
I already said. I've been watching Gilmore Girls again, but also Lovesick. And then I was watching some Pirates movies. That's what
So you like watching movies while you're stitching? Because then you have to get up and turn it off.
No, Netflix.
Oh, on Netflix. Oh.
But then if the movie ends, then you just press the button to go back to the TV. You don't have to get up.
Yeah.
Very limited mobility. Alright guys, so we're going to wrap it up. So that's us for the week. My name is Allison.
I'm Jennifer. Sorry.
And we're stitching, so we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.